Right, guys, for those that have decided to join us today, thank you, welcome. We used to get a lot of people stood around the back just watching, is it really for me? And then eventually people start sitting down. Yeah, I'm going to do it this way. Decorators Golf Club. It's been born out of the necessity for guys to make more profit. So what I'm going to do today is just a very small presentation regards how to make more profit in 2024. Okay, we've been working on what we call the Decorators Business Blueprint. The idea here is to build a bit of a platform, bit of a structure, because the one thing that you guys forget is that you're very good with structure, right? You have systems to complete the outcome that is a fantastic finish. What you've not done is actually put that down into a system. You haven't put it on paper, and it's not something you could give to me and I would be able to replicate, because it's all in here. We can't scale and run a business with that shit in our heads. We need to get it down on paper. Okay, so how was 2023? Okay, I've got 20 minutes to try and just sow a few seeds. Okay. The bottom line is, let's address the main thing. All right, show of hands. Okay. Did you make enough profit? Yes or no? Okay. So we've got a couple of nods and a couple of negatives. Okay, fine. The fact that you understand that the profit aspect is probably the most important, because most people wouldn't understand that profit is the main lifeblood of the business. Okay. Did constantly rise in prices from, let's say, all the exhibitors today, did that actually have an impact on your business over, let's say, 2023? Yeah, it did for us. We found that, yes, we could swallow some of their costs, but we couldn't swallow all of them. How many customers push back? Yeah, quite a few. That's a good thing. Guys, if you're getting pushback from the customers, fantastic. It means you've got more leads than actual jobs. So that's a good outcome. How did you cope with cash flow? Cash flow is king, okay? And we all struggle at certain times. So trying to get our customers that are going to pay on time is key. Did you say you need to get focused on the business? Yeah, pretty much, most weeks. Do you feel that you're constantly sacrificing family, personal time, etc. for the business? If you're a self-employed person, the answer is quite simply yeah. You do. The business comes first, whether that's right or wrong. Okay, so what can we change? What do we need to change? Firstly, we need to increase our prices. All right, it's very easy to say that. All right, it's very easy to say, just put your rates up. Okay, but the point is, when you put your rates up, you're potentially going to lose customers. So we need to address a few things first. Have you become mega efficient? Yeah, some of you guys spray, some of you guys are spraying more. But I'm going to show you, you're still not making enough profit because you're still doing way too much shit that don't need to be done. Let's go find far better clients, okay? Because the problem is with us is we say yes to all the clients. And the easiest way to lose money is by saying yes, when in fact what we should be doing is making more money by saying no. Because when you say yes, you're spending your time doing the wrong things for the wrong people. And all we've got is time. And when we're not using it wisely, we're losing money. We need to build payment systems, okay, to get paid quickly. We could talk about that. Prompt payment plans, something we've shared with a lot of people now. You need to get organized, guys, because like I said, what's in here isn't the same as what's actually on paper. And what you guys do is no different than me. You deal with the urgent stuff, not the important stuff. So you're always spending time doing shit that you want to do and not the stuff that we really, really need to do. Okay, we need to plan a structure for the year, okay? And we need to actually factor into that structure family time, your time, okay, to reduce the stress. Stop servicing your business, guys. The idea is that you build a business that serves you. It's not easy, okay? And there'll always be an element of that, but that's the focus we need to be. The easiest way that I've been taught by my business mentor is try and focus on the wants, okay? Not the needs. When you understand the difference between the wants and the needs, it is really powerful, okay? The wants are the reason we got to work. The needs are what we have to do to achieve that. But what we do as business owner, we always focus on what we need to do. We should.
Intake demonstrations are taking place very shortly. Following board will be demonstrating in the actual market. Find out why dead flat.
Oh, God. All right, I'm going to carry on. You can see the difference. The difference of what we want, okay? The reason we're in business is to get to the wants and not focus on the needs.
Premium quality of ratings.
So step one, guys, to make more money in this industry, it's quite simple. Put your prices up, all right? Everybody will tell you that, okay? The problem is when you put your prices up, most of you guys get your work from word of mouth, all right? The problem is with that is you have a ceiling, all right? Because every customer you get referred to and from talk price on your behalf, and you let them do that. The biggest problem with word of mouth is you don't give the customer. If I said to you, here, Tim, mate, could you pass that out to your friends and family and your neighbours? I'm giving you the information to give to the customer. At the moment, when you let the customer just do what they want to do, you're going to get what the customer gives you. And it's never the right thing. So the focus here is word of mouth. There is pros and cons, okay? But to do your word of mouth, for it to be successful and work, the one thing you need to understand is your lead time. So, I mean, what is your lead time at the moment? You know, if you think about it, we're coming into January. Are you booked up for 4 to 6 weeks, 3 to 6 months, or most of 24? Who's booked up for a good few months in front? Okay, you guys are the ones that would lose the most money, in my experience. Because the prices that you put forward for months in front have no reflection on how your business stands today, including increased costs, etc. Yes, we can put little things in there saying you're due to changes, etc. But we never do. We submit the price and the price goes. So what we do is we try and make sure that we keep putting our prices up so that we're never that far in front. You know, if I said, what would your conversion rate? I think that'd be a whole different conversation because nobody would really know what the difference is with that. What I'm saying is once you know your lead time, will tell you, are you too cheap or too expensive? If I said to you how many jobs you're getting, if you're getting most of your jobs, you're too cheap. If you're not, then we're starting to move in the right direction. So we need to think about what do we do to be able to put our prices up. Okay. We need to become more efficient, all right? We need to stop doing shit, all right? And I do this on the training courses all the time. Okay, if you walk into an environment, okay, and you're setting up, how much of that area would you hoover? And I ask this every time on a course, and everybody says the same. As a decorator, I hoover everything, because that's what decorators do. We're bloody good at hoovering, apart from the fact, all right, the girls are looking and thinking, maybe not at home. That's not the case. Lindsay's always telling me I'm shit at hoovering, but, yep, I'm always hoovering on site. I'll tell you, that's what I do. You don't have to, guys. You know, the point is, you only have to hoover the job when you hand it over. Stop hoovering up shit that has no bearing on what you do. Oh, it's going to get all over the woodwork. No, it's not. And even if it did, we're only interested in the final cut. You know, stop thinking it's got to be perfect at all stages. Sanding. Oh my God, the amount of sanding you guys do is ridiculous.
Tell me about it.
I see, honestly, it's crazy. When we do the sanding, we do a kitchen, and I do a course, and I'll say to everybody, how much of this kitchen should we sand? Well, all of it. Why? Well, it needs a proper key. But does it? When you understand the paints in this auditorium, some of these paints, in fact, I guarantee pretty much all these paints, if you were to do what we do, which is put it on a tile, leave it 21 days, and try the scratch test, not 24 hours, that's just pony. If you were to try and scratch it after 21 days, I guarantee it won't shift. So when we're sanding shit, thinking we need it for a key, you're missing the point here. You don't have to do that. And then you sand between 1 coat and 2 coat and 3 coat. Because, oh, Tim's looking at me going, yeah, that's my world. That's my world. But we don't. When you understand what we're doing. So with the kitchen, it's not about cutting corners. It's about offering the value. You've given a price for the value for the kitchen, let's say. My boys, you know, the customer's never going to get up on the top of the counter on a ladder to give a feel of the corners. All right, the doors, yeah, they're going to touch what we call the lazy door. The lazy door. That's it. They're not going to go down here. They're not going to go up here. They're not going to go over there. Stop sanding shit that you don't need to do. Think about it. Think about your job. How much do you have to do? Time's money. If I can shave 1 hour per kitchen, and I'm doing 6 kitchens a month, that's 6 hours times XXX times money rate. All right, that's where the money's coming from. How much do you hoover? Stop doing stuff. One thing we teach, guys, is quite simply, in business, efficiency is the ability to remove a process without the detriment to the end result. That's the key. Got Dave Mockett, he stood there nodding at the back, yeah. He knows, because we've been banging this into him now for 12 months, and he's made great changes. Step 3, winning less jobs. Again, we're back to this point here. How many quotes do you win out of 10? Show of hands. How many of them get about 9, 8 or 9? Oh, okay, that was a bit of a shocker. 7? Okay, get 7. 5? Okay, we're getting 50%. Right, we're getting 50% of our conversion. Who's getting 3 out of 10? Okay, so who's making the most money? That's the bottom line. Okay, it doesn't feel like it yet. It doesn't feel like it yet. But the point is, to be able to put the money up, we need more. It's simple economics. You need more leads than jobs. All right. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of factors that take play here. You know, how do you feel when you've got a lot of work? You price high because you don't need it. When you haven't, you price lean. When you're in a good place with your relationship, with your family, you're feeling good, so you price better. When you're not, you don't. It all plays a part. So the point here, to increase prices, quite simply, you just need more inquiries. You need a conversion rate. Our conversion rate at the moment is about 27%. And we're still pushing up. Every job we do, we put 1% more profit on, just to test if the customer will pay for it. And if not, we'll hold that price on the next quote. And if we don't get that one, we'll come back down 1%. But if we get it, we'll go back up 1%. And if we get another one, we'll go back up 1 more percent. We literally ebb and flow with the market, because I don't give a shit what I think I should charge. My customers are going to tell me what we charge. All these companies here, all right, doesn't matter what they're charging, because if we ain't buying, it's too expensive. They do more market research than we do. That's why they do these trade fairs as well. So guys, you've got to really think about your conversion rates. Step 4, become a hostage negotiator. Okay, who asks for deposits?
All the time. Yeah, over a week.
All the time or some of the time?
Some of the time.
Okay, I did hear all the time, didn't I? I did, I bloody did. Right, what are we asking? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 50%. See, that's a good customer base, all right? That takes a long time to nurture that customer base, but when you got it, you got it. Or it's got to have big balls, big kahunas, and a lot of leads, and that's cool. So the thing is, take the deposit, all right? Because it makes them invested in you. All right. Yes, it is about protection. People say, "Oh, I'm not going to give the deposit." Because you give the deposit back. It's called, good customer relations. But the point is, it makes the customer invested. We take a 10% holding deposit for our kitchens, which means that's your date. Then what we do is we hit them with a proper deposit just before we start. Okay. Does a customer ever ask for a discount? What's your best price? Could you sharpen your pencil? Okay. Negotiate. What they're saying is, the job's yours. We just got to agree on the price. That's the difference for us. So we do that. But I'll give you a little bit of a top tip. Okay. Never ever discount. Okay. If someone asks, can you do something about the price? Yeah, of course I can. I'm a business. Of course I can. But I'll tell you what, would you like to opt in to our give and get system? Dave uses it. He knows our give and get. Our give and get system is quite simply, okay? I can give you something if I get something in return. So I'm going to give you a better price that fits with your budget. You've already told me that you want to do something about your price. Can I get something in return? What like? Well, how about I get 50% up front? Helps with cash flow. How about I get paid completely up front? That's cash flow. How about I get a good video review, a good video testimonial? Rihanna will do video testimonials for the boys. Video testimonials are incredibly powerful. Customers, I don't know, I'm not very good on camera. So, okay, fine. Then we'll drop the 20%. No, I'll do it. I'll do it. But you can start. You could turn around and say, all right, 5%, okay, this is what we want. Okay? 10%, this is what we want. And there's so many things you do, but what we do is we never discount. We know the job's ours. You could even turn around and say, I'll tell you what, this is the date I've got, this is the date I'm booking you into, this is a selected range of colours that we have because we've got them in stock. There's a lot of things that you can do to get the job at the price. And don't get me wrong, once you know your profit margins, all that profit margin is negotiation room. If you've got 30% or 50% margin on that, you can do what you want with it. Step 5, cash flow. Chasing invoices. Okay. Some people wait a week. I mean, we've all worked for contractors. Some of us have to wait, 30 days? We worked for a shop fitting firm a few years ago, and it was brilliant because they were like, is there anything you can do with the pricing? Yeah, of course I can. How would you like to enter into our prompt payment plan? And we've just had some guys on the stand that I talked about this probably about 6 weeks ago. He said, we've just started using it. It's frigging brilliant. So now we go to our contractors and we give them a discount because all they want is to make more money, just like the rest of us. We've already allowed this within the price. So what we've done is said, I'll tell you what, we'll go somewhere between 10 and 20% and we'll negotiate and we'll come up with a final number. Let's just say we go 20%. And for that, what I want every invoice paid within 24 hours of receipt. You're going to pay me anyway. But instead of me waiting 30 days because the money's in your account, you pay me in 24 hours. All right, do they pay in 24 hours? Shit, no. I'll tell you what, they pay quick. Because when they're a couple of days behind, I'll say, look, I've just had a phone call off Lindsay in the office. She's ready for sending an email with the invoice for the outstanding remainder of the discount, which was the 20%. She's ready for sending it because you've welched on the payment. But we actually set up a legal document that is an actual prompt payment plan that all parties actually sign into. It doesn't mean we're going to go to court for that money because we never get to that stage. But again, it makes them more invested in the process. I'll tell you what, we might not get paid in 24 hours, but we get paid within at least 5 days. And that is cash flow. When you can control the cash flow, it does make a big difference. You can do that for residential, of course you can. The customer always wants something. It's a give and get something in return. Step 6, how many jobs do you need? This is a simple maths equation that we use on the pricing course. Okay, between 46 and 48 working weeks. We don't have 52 weeks a year. We don't work 52, apart from Tim. So what we do is we work 48 weeks. So how long does an average job take for us? Let's say we do a kitchen a week. We could do 48 kitchens. So when you start working it out that most of your jobs are only going to take you, let's say, 2 weeks, you've only got to find 23 jobs. At the moment, you don't know that you're looking for 23 jobs. So every job that comes in, you say yes. But if you know that all you're after is those 23 high-end, good, marketable, good payers, that's all you need. You just need 23 jobs. If it's more than that, you need less. So again, how much do you charge a day? How much more could we charge if we needed less jobs? Okay, plan for the year for increased profit. I think it's on this next one. Okay. So this again, this is reality for us. All right. We average 1 kitchen a week, 48. Let's say we charge £1,000 a kitchen. We've just made 48. Okay, 48 grand. It's a simple equation that. Okay, we're on target to complete 64 in 2023. So again, we're in the margin of what, 64, 65,000, give or take, if we were charging £1,000 a kitchen. We charge 2,300. So the only difference here is that I've said to my boys is if you're a smaller firm, the only one number you want to watch is the VAT. So when I spoke to my boys and I said, look, what do you want to do by the end of 2023? They said, we want to turn over 100K. I said, not good enough. You either go 150 or go home. Because for 15K, it's not worth going over the VAT. It's just not worth the hassle. So think about planning your year of what you want to actually achieve. Step 8, what should I focus on? Okay, there's many sectors within everybody here. Okay, I'm not always talking about spraying. I just use kitchens as an example. Traditional brush and roller, wallpapering, kitchen respray, etc. The point here is we focused on what we call the Decorators profit sector skills. Okay, these are numbers that we've been working on. All these people in the hall today If you're just working on traditional brush and roller, which isn't, I'm not saying it's wrong, I just know that with all the data that we've caught over the years, okay, we would average, most decorators would be honest and say we charge between 150 and 250. Okay, so we've done a lot of research. Most of the numbers that come out, we've taken 175. That's 175 quid a day, based on 46 weeks. So again, we're limited. We spray in residential. I've spoken to some of you guys today about spraying in residential. You can't do it. Dave, for many times, can't spray in residential. Now, he's got it. Because we're able to do a lot more in a quicker time. We've still got 8 hours, but we can get through more work. Therefore, we're able to charge 275. Right, that means that me against my competitor, I'm able to make an extra 57% profit on my business. So now, what could I add to my business? All right, so let's say I was just a brush and roller man, and I'm not interested in spray. It's not my thing. All right, I just don't like the idea of it. It's all messy. It's all overspray. It's loads of masking. Not my thing. Okay, so why don't I look at Venetian plaster? It's very decorative. It's really interesting. The products aren't overly expensive. I'm now out at 425 quid a day. Okay, so we're now 143% more profit per year per job. Okay, wallpapering 300, one-piece murals 450, spray granite. Rihanna's husband, Kieran, he does kitchen worktops. He does resin and he does spray granite. And that number there, 600, was from a job that he did last week. He did a kitchen worktop. He charged 1,800 quid and he was done in what? 3 days? 3 days. 600 quid a day. That is 243% more profit than the man stood next to him that's doing brush and roller. So what I'm trying to say is you don't have to add everything into your business, all right? Pete's already spoken about this, all right? It's about niching. But somewhere in your line, you're already really good at something. So just add one more thing, two more things to the arsenal. If you want to increase more profit, add a skill. It's just as simple as that, because the customer is going to pay more for that skill. Just push to the top. Push anywhere on there. You could do one of them, you could do all of them. The final step is we're working on the business blueprint. You can download this, you can speak to us, you can come and chat, obviously, at the stand. And what we're going to do is we're going to give you a lot of information, and we're going to try and start to focus on this blueprint ready for 2024. This is just a little bit of an insight into, number one, how do we make more profit? That's all we want to do. We just wanted to see if it resonated with the ability to actually make more profit. Okay? You know, what changes are you prepared to make in 2024 to change your business? All right? Get involved with, obviously, the Decorators Growth Club. Give it a scan. Okay? But you don't have to, because we've left on each of the chairs a little flyer. So take the flyer, scan that. And one of the things that you're going to do there is get access to, obviously, the presentation. You're going to get access to the video, so you get to listen to my lovely voice twice. But what you're going to do is we can now start giving you the blueprint as we start building it step by step in 2024. Some of you guys are already involved in the Growth Club. You know the value of it. So if you want to change your business, that's what we want. Come and have a chat, and we'll see what we can do to change your business in 2024. Thank you very much.